Shout out to Craig Jarrett for sending me this story coming out of Oregon. It seems like anything or any type of story that can come out of Oregon can never ever be. If you want to just fight somebody, if they even attempted to do something like this to you. In this picture, you see this naked mole rat faced bitch by the name of Brenda Mae Glenn, who back in 2016 assaulted this woman who was with her two sons, this black woman by the name of Tierra Deezer. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. It's either Deezer or Dizer, but it's spelled D-I-Z-E-R. Her boys are 4 and 11. She hurled out racial slurs to the woman and her children, but she did the unthinkable but not so shocking to the mother. She took a bottle and bashed the mother over the head with that bottle. You can just look at her in her face and tell her that she is not all there, but she needs to be disrespected in the most disrespectful manner possible. Because what she did was ultimately disrespectful. She could have killed this woman, thus taking the mother away from these two boys. She could have possibly given this woman brain damage or what have you. The last time I heard of a racist story where a white woman hit somebody over the head with some kind of device was a story that I did on my original channel where this woman got mad at this African woman. I want to say she may have been Ethiopian and couldn't mind her business in a restaurant and took a beer mug. Y'all know how thick those are. And went over to her table in a restaurant and hit the woman over the face with a beer mug. All because she wasn't speaking American. What the hell is speaking American? So you speak a nationality now? And she was mad because she was sitting at a table with her family, and the woman, of course, is going to speak in her native tongue with her family. And she was scared because the woman, I guess, was probably saying things threatening to her. Well, this is a prime example of white people not minding their business. When I read that story, I was mad. I was heated. Y'all should have heard, if y'all was around at that time, y'all could hear the anger in my voice. And usually I rarely ever get mad during my videos. And usually I'm very calm. But that one pissed me off so badly, so much. Because then I saw the pictures of how that woman's face looked after she did it. She looked like she just got jumped or out of some wrestling match. And then the woman who did have the nerve to cry on her mugshot because she probably felt like she did nothing wrong. They talk about how we go and instantly put ourselves into a victim position, but they are the ones that put themselves in that position after they commit such a heinous act. Now back to this woman. They said that she was supposed to be arranged to appear before a court back on February 22nd. But she skipped her sentencing, and this is why she said, this is the reason she gave. She needed a week to get her affairs in order before the sentencing, because they found it through a voicemail that she had left, I guess on the court's phones or voicemail. And now they are currently looking for this bitch. She is out. She's on the run somewhere. She's considered wanted. That's how the article ended. She's wanted. That means she's probably going to end up on somebody's most wanted list eventually if she's missing long enough. So she was supposed to appear in court on the 22nd. So the woman's been missing for about over a week. Now it doesn't give a reason as to why she did it. And we probably won't know until they actually catch her. And they say that in the state of Oregon, it's not illegal to call somebody the N-word. Well, shoot, that's probably the case anywhere. But you can't, but the consequences that may face after that word has been hurled to somebody, hey, that's on the person, that's between them. But they said it is illegal to hit somebody over the face with a 40-ounce bottle of hurricane malt liquor. I know that woman's head was ringing. She probably woke up and didn't know where the hell she was, where she was at. Now, many people, I can already predict what many people in the comments are going to say. Well, where was the dad? Where was the dad? Honestly, I don't, or the husband, or whoever her male companion may be. Honestly, I couldn't answer that question for you. That's probably why she went after her. She knew, see, this goes back to my soft target thing. And this one had two soft targets, children and a woman. They're only going to try that with certain people. Like I say, if there was a man present, she would not have tried that. That's why when it comes to a situation like this, especially with the women, do not travel by yourself. Shoot, at this point, it's getting to the point where some of you can't even just travel in when you're in packs, when it's just women. I just remember the story I just did about the two girls who were killed by the MS-13 gang in New York. They were together, two girls, but they were two soft targets, two young black girls. They probably wouldn't have tried it if it was a group, it was them, or if it was a group of them and it was some black boys along with them. They probably would have tried because they're a gang. But the soft target theory still holds up. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. One thing, or something I forgot to mention as it pertains to this case, and I'm glad I was skimming through the article because I don't know how I missed it. It was like right there in front of my face. So apparently this judge, whose name is Henry Hodson, allowed this woman to walk free on charges because they were pursuing hate crime charges. They said that they were trying to get her on the hate crime charge of her racially assaulting the boys for calling them the N-word, but they refused to pursue hate crime charges on the woman for bashing her over the head with the bottle because, and this is what their words, there was no evidence that her attack on the mother was racially motivated. So she was supposed to be sentenced, but she skipped out on it. But they allowed her to walk free on the hate crime charges, but they was going to get her on some other charges. Which means if she walks free on hate crime charges, that means she was only going to get a bare minimum charge anyway. But because she walked out, who knows what's going to happen. Now they're going to pursue her and they're probably going to get her with even more heavier fines or heavier charges. But they have to catch her first, and good luck with that happening.